It's a very incredible artist by the name of Gerard Sekoto. He was an inspiring, fundamental foundation in my life in terms of art. He's a bit like Jim Morrison, a bit like Picasso, you know, in my world. But then in the rest of the world, people do not know him in such manner. He's like a South African avant-garde artist who created a movement. He was born in Limpopo and decided to move to Paris and adopted so many styles, but then he recreated the South African scenes in a very kind of like juxtaposed political way, challenging the status quo of what was happening in South Africa and then creating a new universe. When he came to Paris, he struggled a lot actually because he was not making any money, and then he was feeding his livelihood by playing music. And so he played in a lot of restaurants, a lot of hotels, a lot of bars, and so I love this parallel between the artist world and and the music world. And a lot of people do not even know about his work, but then a lot of people do not even know about his music. So I wanted to have this idea of sharing his practice on a larger scale, because I love multidisciplinary identities. Anybody know Gerard Sekoto? Yeah, we are all learning. So we're going to go back to history, go back into time, how Africa was colonized. When Africa was being colonized, there's parallels of Africans trying to maintain their religions, trying to maintain their spirituality. This is a work by Kendall Gears, and it's called Twilight of the Idols, and it's about reappropriating culture, reappropriating spirituality. And as you can see, it's wrapped in a red tape. This tape means danger. It means that an accident has happened. This is the tape that they use in South Africa when there has been a construction or there's been something that has been mined. And so you can see that there's pain. These sculptures were considered as gods at a certain time. Here's another artwork in the Pompidou collection with a cross, crucifix. Has anybody seen that? It's very strong. What do you feel when you see that?
Frustration, curiosity.
Continue. Anybody else?
Is there?
Oppression.
Hmm?
Oppression.
Oppression?
Something stored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you tell, like all the time, like art being seen by an occidental part. So yeah.
And now especially now, this whole idea of returning art that has been stolen from Africa, and you have a lot of Keep Runley, British Museum, and they have all these artifacts, and in Germany they are returning all the sculptures back to Benin, like 70,000. Is this idea of appropriation and giving back. But are we ready to give back? Is Europe ready to give back? Can Europe give back the money that has been stolen from Africa? Can Europe give back all the art that has been stolen from Africa? So this is the conversation of Globalisto, of the whole identity, appropriation of culture, of art and sculpture. And then we move to Mbali Dlamini. I'll let you come closer, guys. Mbali Dlamini is this black, very strong, with a red and spiritual background. It's about the relationship between Christianity and spirituality, African spirituality, the cultures that were lost when colonialism came to Africa. Christianity was used as a weapon to soften the population. But then during the uprising, Christianity came back as a weapon, where you have guys like Steve Biko that were educated through the missionary schools. Even Gerard Sekoto was educated through the missionary schools. So you have these dreams that are recurring, and then you have this relationship between the past and the dark and the dream. It's called BONNE. It's a whole series. Once you put on this dress, you are transformed. In South Africa, there's so many churches. And then once you put this garment, you become like a part of the community, a church community. And this belt means how long you have been in the church. And each and every different church has their own robes. Mbali Dlamini works with different materials, different constellations. She does photography as well. She's also part of the Black Rock residency in Senegal, created by Kinye Wiley. And Naomi Campbell is also part of the whole program. So I met her while we were chilling out at the La Colony, and so we started to have a conversation of how we can bring work together. Come closer, guys. Go, have a look, have a look. Feel it.